Hey, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm using a classic deck. It's the Universal Waite Tarot, and I'm going to begin by drawing 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week, and my intention, as always with this reading, is just to get some ideas, some insights about the week ahead. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I post these videos every week. And also check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. I've got quizzes, I've got tarot spreads, I've got exercises and videos, all kinds of fun stuff. So let's begin with the first card. So this card is for Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And this is the 4 of Swords. So right off the bat, the 4 of Swords is telling us to make sure that we get a little rest this week, particularly at the beginning of the week. So making time to just rest and recharge. If you have a really busy week coming up, that's fine, but just make sure you carve out a little time each day to rest and recharge your batteries. That's going to make you so much more focused, productive, energetic, rather than just trying to be on and productive all day long. Make sure you take breaks and have rests. 4 of Swords is all about quieting the mind. It's about switching off the mind. And that's kind of what we do when we sleep. Maybe not the whole time we're sleeping, because when you're dreaming, your mind is kind of active still. But when we're meditating and things like that, that's kind of an opportunity to turn off the mind. The mind is one of those things that's always kind of chattering in the background, and so it can be really restful and really rejuvenating to be able to just turn off the mind for a few moments or a few minutes or however long you're able to quiet your mind. If you can't quiet your mind, at the very least, you want to quiet your surroundings. So going into a quiet room, and just closing the door and turning off the lights, and maybe just lying there for, 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. That's what I'm getting with the 4 of Swords. As we enter the week, it's going to be important to rest and really allow our minds to become quiet. I think this is also where we get our best ideas sometimes. When we're trying to think of something, when we're trying to find a solution to something or get an idea, that's often when we struggle to find a solution or get an idea. But once we kind of allow our minds to shut off, sometimes that's when the best ideas come to us. It makes me think of like shower ideas, when you're in the shower or you're out for a walk or something and you're not really thinking, and then all of a sudden you get a really good idea. Okay, let's look at the middle of the week. This is for Wednesday and Thursday-ish. And we have the 5 of Cups here. So it's funny, we have a 4 and then a 5. So the 5 of Cups is saying, don't focus so much. Be careful that you don't focus too much on what's disappointing you, or what you aren't achieving, or what didn't work out. It's fine to fixate a little bit on those things so that you learn and you can kind of take mental notes moving forward. But you don't want to stay permanently in that place of woe is me, or oh, this didn't work out, or oh, what am I going to do now? Like that energy, that's not a place that you want to stay stuck in. And if you look at this card, there's a lot of there's the 3 spilled cups, so okay, that sucks. But there's the 2 upright cups behind the figure. There's also a bridge going over water, which to me represents, a connection, being able to cross that bridge. So all is not lost when you look at this picture. So yeah, midweek, you may experience a minor disappointment, a minor letdown, maybe something didn't go how you planned. What's important though is how you deal with that disappointment and how you are able to move on from it. It doesn't mean you should ignore it completely or pretend it didn't happen, but I think the real message of this card is to notice the good things as well. To, instead of fixating on what didn't work out or what was disappointing, being able to kind of pivot and recalibrate your attention onto the things that are working, just so that your energy doesn't get dragged down. Let's look at the end of the week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is all about keeping everything in the air, keeping everything going. What's interesting is when I was talking about the Four of Swords, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be a busy week for some of us. And the Two of Pentacles kind of confirms it. The Two of Pentacles is a card of busyness and having a lot going on, having to juggle multiple tasks and multiple responsibilities and projects, and finding a way to make it all work. And Two of Pentacles is really about being in the flow and being able to go with the flow. When you're in the flow, you're actually able to accomplish a lot in a way that doesn't feel exhausting. It may even feel energizing. I don't know if you've ever had that experience where you have a day where you just get in the flow and you get so much stuff done. And at the end of the day, you don't feel exhausted. You actually feel kind of energized. And then there's those days where you're not in the flow and it feels like the entire day was just hard work. And at the end of the day, you don't have a lot to show for it and you just feel so exhausted. So that's just kind of an example of being out of the flow, being in the flow. So Two of Pentacles asks you, what kinds of things help you get in the flow? Do you know what they are? Because for the longest time, I wasn't really sure. It was always a mystery to me. I would sometimes be in the flow, sometimes out of the flow, and I wasn't really sure how or why. So journaling about it and contemplating it, like what helps you get in the flow? Couple more things with the Two of Pentacles. I definitely think this weekend there may be 2 things or more that you're trying to do, you're trying to juggle. And if you don't make time for rest, and if you fixate too much on what isn't working out, you're going to drag your energy down and you won't be able to get in the flow. It'll be hard to get everything you need to get done on the weekend. So the key with this week, the key to being in the flow, the key to getting it all done and keeping all those balls in the air is to make time for rest, make time to turn your mind off for a little bit, give your mind some rest, and to practice gratitude, to notice what is working out in your life. What are you proud of? What are the good things? And fixating on them just as much or more than you fixate on the things that aren't working. Because I think there's a natural tendency to fixate on what isn't working so that we can fix it or prevent it from happening again, which is fine, but you just don't want to spend more time fixating on that than fixating on the good stuff. Okay, so let's look at all 3 cards together. I'm just going to see if there's anything else I want to mention here. And I always invite you to jump in anytime and feel free to share in the comment section, like if you have a different take on these cards or you want to elaborate on a card or you got a certain impression that I didn't get, feel free to leave a comment. Okay, so 2 things I notice. With the Five of Cups, there's that river going right through the center of the card, and that there's water kind of going up and down in the Two of Pentacles. So there's water in those 2 cards. So there is this real sense of flow. And I think I'm just looking at the center card, Five of Cups, even if certain things don't work out the way that you wanted them to, things are still moving along steadily. So there's still that flow, that river's still going through there. Things are still chugging along at a good pace. And yeah, I do feel like a lot of this week is about flow and being in the flow. Let's see if there's anything else. I think I've mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope it gave you a few ideas. And let me know in the comments below, what kinds of things help you get in the flow of life? What kinds of things help you get in the flow? I'd love to hear it. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful week.